keep most people stuck more than anything else. The thing that I think keeps most people stuck is that we're afraid to open up our mouth. Think about it. One of the biggest reasons why people stay right where they are year after year, month after month, is because they won't speak up. And sometimes it's the fear of what people would think. Sometimes it's pride. It's like, I don't want to look like I don't have it all together. And sometimes it's just not realizing that your voice, your words, could be the very thing that unlocks the doors for you, even though you don't see it yet. And yes, there is always a little risk. But when you learn to use your voice the right way, that's when opportunities come. That's when people come. That's when solutions come. So today, I want to break that down today. I want to talk about why it's so hard to open up your mouth. I want to talk about the power of asking for help, y'all. I want to talk about the power of starting conversations, not just for what they give you directly, but how they connect you to people that you never would have met on your own. And I want to help you see that your next breakthrough may not come from working harder, but it may actually come from speaking up, opening up your mouth. The question is, why are we afraid to open up? Let's start here because this is what really matters, okay? Why are we so afraid to open up our mouth? And I've learned that a lot of us have some deep reasons for this. And one of the big reasons can be the fear of judgment. Like we think if we open up and tell someone what we're really struggling with, that they're going to think less of us, right? Some of us, we have this idea that we're supposed to be strong. Like we tell ourselves, like, man, I should be able to handle this on my own. I don't want to bother anyone. But do you realize how many people you're robbing, including yourself, by not asking? And here's another fear, right? One of the fears, the fear of rejection. This one is huge. We think, like, what if I speak up and they say no? What if they laugh at me? Like, what if they don't help me? And so we don't say anything at all. But here's the truth: silence guarantees you a no. Silence, when you are quiet, you automatically have a no. And the thing about it is, opening up, it gives you a chance for a yes. And that's one of the things that I've learned is like, man, when I was quiet in my own life, like it was so many things that I would have not been able to accomplish because I didn't open up my mouth and ask. And I had changed my mindset and I shifted that to where now, whenever it's an opportunity for me to ask a question, for me to open up my mouth, I actually go ahead and open up my mouth, because when you don't open up your mouth, it's an automatic no. But if you open up your mouth, then it is a chance for you to have a yes. And then for some people, it's shame. You see, shame says that you should be embarrassed, that you should be further along than this, that no one wants to hear your problem. But shame's biggest weapon is silence, because silence keep you stuck. So before I move on, I want you to think about this, okay? What's your reason? Like, what's the story that you keep telling yourself that keep you from opening up your mouth? Like, you got to know it, because if you don't call it out, you'll keep living it. And I want you to know this. One of the biggest things about moving forward in life, especially when it comes to opening your mouth, right? You have to know your fear. Because if you don't know the thing that is stopping you from opening your mouth, you can't call it out. And that's one of the things I realized within my life. When I was able to see that, okay, I'm scared of rejection, I'm scared of people saying no, then I was able to really tell myself, hey, Josh, I have the framework to, okay, whenever I'm afraid to say, hey, can you help me with this? Whenever I'm afraid of someone saying no, I said, hey, what's the worst thing that can happen? The worst thing that can happen is them say no. But guess what? It doesn't matter, because if I don't ask, then the answer is automatically going to be no. And like I remember this comment or this phrase or this quote from Michael Jordan. It's like, bro, you miss the shots that you don't take. Like if you don't take the shot, you won't make it. But if you take the shot, it's a 50-50, it's a 50-50 chance that you'll be able to make the shot. And so that's one thing that I want to let you guys know. It's like, man, if you don't open up your mouth and if you don't speak, then the thing about it, your life won't change, because you'll keep living right there in the same place. And then the thing about it is the power of asking for help. All right. It is power in asking for help. And I want to talk to you guys about that. Okay. So look, what I want to say is when it comes to the power about asking for help, first, the biggest thing that you can do with your mouth is opening up and asking for help. And I know how scary that is because I've been there. And a lot of people think asking for help means that you're weak. But listen to me, asking for help is a strategy. I promise you, it's a strength. You can't do this alone. You see, there's a quote that I love, and it says, vulnerability is the birthplace of innovation, creativity, and change. And when you ask for help, you create the possibility of something new. Like you create that. And I remember a time, like I'm being real with you, when I thought that I had to figure it all out by myself. I was exhausted. I was stuck. And one day I finally picked up the phone and I asked for help. And you know what happened? I got fresh perspective. I got support. I didn't even know that was out there. I got solutions to my problems. I remember when I was going through something so difficult, I did not know how I was going to get out of it. I put my pride to the side and I grabbed my phone and I looked up. Hey, I knew exactly what I was going through. And I looked up organizations that would be able to help me with my situation. And guess what? I received help. And I didn't just receive help that was just like a little bit of help. I received a lot of help. Like the reason why I'm able to be here today to talk to you guys is because of the help that I received from picking up my phone one time. You see, if I would have stayed quiet, I'll still be stuck in that same place. And for some of you right now, you have someone in your life who can help you, but they can't read your mind. They can't help you if they don't know. Like they can't understand the things that you are going through if you don't pick up the phone and call. Some people, because I know a lot of us, if you're like me, we like to hide our problems. Like we like to dress, we like to look good, we like to dress ourselves up, right? We like to put on, for women, we like to put on the makeup to cover up how we're actually looking. We like to dress good. We get our haircuts and everything so that people won't really see like what we're going through. But the thing about it, I want to talk to you today just even about that. You know, don't feel like you have to cover up the things that you're going through. Don't feel like you have to hide your pain. Don't feel like you have to hide the things that you are going through. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to ask yourself, who do I need to reach out to today? Like, what's the one thing that I've been carrying alone that if I could just get help with it, if I just spoke up, I know that I get help. And you know what? Be okay with hearing no sometimes because every no moves you closer to the yes that you need. All right. Don't be afraid of people saying no because I promise you, if you keep on going, you will get a yes. I know sometimes in that I talk about the fear of rejection, like it can stop you from moving forward because it's like, man, someone told me no already. Like I keep getting no's. But here's the thing about it, right? I've changed my mindset from that perspective. And the reason why I changed my mindset from being scared of the no's is because what I've realized with my own life is it only takes one yes. That's what I realized. Like sometimes the situations that we're in our life, it only takes one yes to change your whole entire situation. Like it takes one person to change your whole entire life. And then I want you to think about that because that's important because no matter all the no's that you have, all the no's that you can have, the one yes that matters. Like think about when you are asking for help, when you are going and you're trying to find someone to help you in a situation. If you got that yes, think about that. Would that really change your life? Right? Like when it comes to you doing different things in your life, like you may be trying to get a certain career, you may be trying to get a certain client for your business, or you may just even be trying to move forward in your life, need help in your family, your finances, your marriage, or something else in your life. And it's like, man, if you got the yes, would that change your life? All right. Would that change your life? And now, what I want to talk about next is I want to talk about the power of starting conversations. Now, besides asking for help, another thing that you need to focus on when it comes to opening up your mouth is just the power of starting conversations. Okay. Now, look, the second way you open up your mouth And this is so big, is by starting conversations. See, this one right here, it's uncomfortable for a lot of people. Like it's uncomfortable talking to people that you don't know, putting yourself out there and being the one to say hello first. That is scary. But let me tell you something that I've learned. When you start talking to people and you open up, worlds open up as well. Like it's opportunities and doors that open up that you could never reach by yourself when you just open up. You see, you never know who someone knows, and you never know what room one conversation will get you into. You never know whose name will be spoken about you because you were bold enough to speak first. And I've seen this in my own life. Like I remember one conversation, it didn't just help me in that moment. Like it connected me to somebody else. And that second conversation was the thing that helped change my life. Like that was the real blessing. Like that was the real opportunity that I saw within my own life. I spoke up and I met someone, right? So I'm gonna go a little bit deeper into what I'm talking about. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a business owner, and I struggled in the past with certain things in my business that I needed help with. And by me just having a conversation with one business owner, by me having a conversation with another business owner, I didn't get the help that I needed from that person specifically, but that person knew a person that helped me. And by me opening up and saying, like, hey, I'm an entrepreneur and I know that I need help within my business, they weren't the person that could help me. They was not the person that helped me in that moment. They connected me with someone else. And the amazing thing about it is just because I opened up my mouth, I was able to have a meeting with another entrepreneur that is now my mentor. And it was like, man, as I looked at that, that would have never happened if I did not open up my mouth. And you see, I built relationships that changed my entire life because I was willing to say, hey, can I get to know you? I was willing to say, can I share something with you? Hey, and as simple as not just saying, hey, how are you doing? Blah, 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 blah. Here's what I got going on. As simple as introducing yourself to someone, letting them know what you do, right? Letting them know who you are, but not even just that, just asking things about them. And so I want you to think about that, okay? I want you to really think about that. Who are you connected to right now? And who are they connected to? But the thing about it is, you never know where your next opportunity may come from. Like your next opportunity may not come from the person that you're talking to right now, but from the person that they introduce you to. And some people call that networking, all right? But I just call it building relationships because when you build a real connection with someone, right, the people they trust come closer to you too. And sometimes that's the very connection that changes every single thing. And what I'm talking about is when you are really trying to build genuine relationship with someone, when you are really trying to get to know someone, not just for what they have. And I want to say like that is very important when it comes to opening up your mouth. Don't only try to open up your mouth to people that you know that's at the top, to people that you know that's that has the things that you desire. Don't just open up your mouth to talk to the people who look like they are somebody. One of the things that I've learned, and even this, I learned this through my own journey, is that you have to be comfortable with speaking to everyone, right? Be comfortable with trying to build relationships with even people that you think are not at the top. And the reason why I say that is because it's something that I've learned in my life that sometimes, and like the people at the top, they don't even want to talk to you. I'm just gonna be honest. Like sometimes the people that's already where you are, like when it comes to building relationships, you don't have access to them. And people at the top, like they carry themselves in a certain way. And so sometimes you may not even be ready for that conversation. But many of us, we miss out on our blessings. We miss out on opportunities because we only want to speak to the people at the top, that we never take time to speak to the people that's below those people. We never take time to speak to someone to encourage them in their day just by the way that they look. We never take time to really focus and think about, hey, am I genuinely trying to build relationships? Am I genuinely trying to connect with individuals? Because the one thing that I do know is you never know who you're going to talk to that's going to change your life, because sometimes you can't read people from the outside. And I'm gonna be honest with you, like even when I look in the Word of God, when I look in the Bible, when I look at how Jesus carried himself, he didn't judge people by the way they looked on the outside. He didn't. Like his disciples was around him, and they was judging people. That was like, you really talking to this person? You really talking to that person? And so I just want to encourage you, just within this framework of connecting and just speaking with people and building relationships, don't always look to just build relationships with people that look a certain way, that people with people that carry themselves a certain way, because you never know where your blessings and where the opportunity may come from. Okay. So, what I want to talk about going into is just building relationships that open doors. So, let's go deeper on this. Okay. Some of you think, well, I'm not a people person. I don't like networking. I get that a lot. And I get that because I understand the mindset that you guys have. But I want you to know that this isn't about fake small talk. Okay. I want you to know that this is not about fake small talk. This is about being intentional. It's about seeing every conversation as a seed. Like every time you open up your mouth and connect with someone, you are planting a seed that could grow into something bigger. It can grow into a partnership, a resource, a friendship, or it can grow into a solution. But if you never open up your mouth, that seed stays locked inside of you, and you never know what it could have become. All right. So let me give you a challenge. I want to challenge you guys this week. Start one new conversation. It could be with someone that you admire from a distance. It could be with someone that you've been scared to approach for a long time. It could be someone that you already know, but you never really opened up to that person. Okay. All it takes is one conversation, one seed. You never know what it will grow into. And so I want to encourage you today to open up your mouth, right? Open up your mouth and speak boldly, speak confidently, because you opening your mouth can really change your life. Now, before I wrap up, I want to circle back to those objections because I know that they are real. Like you're going to think like, what if they don't want to help me, right? And some people won't. And that's real. But that is okay because there is someone else who will. And I'm going to tell you this because that was something that I struggled with. It's like, what if they don't want to help me? One thing that I came to find out was it's over a billion people on this earth. It's about 7 billion people that live on this earth. What is one out of 7 billion plus people? Why does it matter if one person say no? Why does it matter if two people say no, three people say no, if 100 people say no, if 1,000 people say no? What does that matter? Right? And I know that having, like, if you have all those no back to back to back, it can crush your confidence. But the thing that I want you to know is if you really put that down on paper and say, okay, I got one no out of seven billion. I got two no's, I got three no's. It is a great chance for you to still get a yes. All right. It is a great chance for you to still get a yes, because you're going, like, also you're going to think like, hey, what if I embarrass myself? Like that is something that comes to mind. It's like, what if I embarrass myself? But let me ask you this: would you rather be a little uncomfortable now, or still be stuck in the same place 5 years from now? Right? Like, if you don't want to think about that, would you rather open up your mouth and change your life forever, or not open up your mouth and be stuck? And come to the place to where you find out like, hey, I have to open up my mouth. But that's why I'm making this video, because I want to encourage you and I want you guys to know that if you open up your mouth now, that is going to be opportunities for you in your life. And also you can think like, hey, you're going to think like, I don't want to be a burden on people, because that's something that I struggle with myself. It's like just having this feelings like, man, I don't want to weigh people down. I don't want to be a burden to someone. I don't want to put my problems on someone, right? But I want you to listen. I want you to know that you're not a burden, that you are a human being who needs community, that you are a human being who grows when you open up your mouth. I want you to know that, like, because that can stop you from moving forward into talking with people, because it's a heavy burden, because I've been there. It's like I got these problems going on in my life, or I need help with a certain situation. I'm trying to get knowledge on this thing, because it don't necessarily just have to be, it does not only have to be problems, right? It can just be you wanting to know more information about how something works. But the thing about it is, it's like, man, I don't want to be a burden to them. I don't want to take their time. Like, I know their time is valuable. Like, who am I to want to ask them a question, or who am I to want to speak with them? But the truth about it is, like I already said, is you're not a burden. And believe it or not, this is something that I actually found out. It's like when you genuinely open up to someone that you want to speak to, that you want to talk to, the way that you approach them, it does matter. But not only just the way that you approach them, when you speak, you'll be surprised how many people will actually stop and say, hey, you know what? I want to help you. You'll be surprised, because one of the things about it is people understand, and it's something that I've learned. People understand, for someone to ask, for someone to go to someone for help in a certain situation or thing in their life, they understand that that takes strength. That takes strength to be able to put your pride to the side, to be able to put, the fears aside, to be able to talk and ask someone, hey, I would like to talk to you about this. People understand, like, man, this is something. So here's what I want you to do, okay? If you don't take away anything from this video today, I do want you to take away these things. I have some action steps for you on today. Number one, I want you to ask for help where you need it. All right? Even if it makes you nervous, I want you to ask for help, because I'd rather for you to ask for help and get the help that you need than stay stuck. But not only stay stuck, I'd rather for you to ask for help than to be in a place to where you don't stay stuck. You actually get further and further behind, because I understand what that's like. I dealt with a situation in my life to where I didn't ask the right people for help, and I was stuck. But when I was stuck, I got further and further and further behind. And so I don't want that same thing to happen to you. And next, I want you to do this. I want you to start the conversation that you've been putting off, right? Even if your voice shakes, I want you to talk to yourself and encourage yourself to have enough courage, to have enough strength, to have enough confidence to be able to go to make that connection that you need to make. Number three, I want you to build the relationship, okay? I want you to build the relationship, because you never know who they're connected to. But I want you to have a pure heart with this as well, right? Like, I don't want you to just have the mindset that I'm only going to try to connect with people because I want to get something. That's also important. You have to open up your mouth to also give, right? The Bible says that it's a blessing to give than to receive. And a lot of times, I'll be honest, sometimes we have to change our mindset in the way that we approach even just having a connection. Because the thing about it is, sometimes we're only focused on what we can get, that we miss the biggest blessing. And I know this because I think about this even with my own life and with different people that I have spoken to myself, right? The people that I've spoken to who have been pouring into me and who have been really being a blessing to me, when I first approached them, it wasn't, I just want to get. But no, you have to have the approach as well. Like, hey, I want to add value to your life. How can I add value to your life? Like, how can I bring, something good to your life? We have to take that approach to when we're building relationships and we're connecting with individuals. We can't only think about ourselves. And to be honest, sometimes we have to think about ourselves. Like, when we need help, we have to think about ourselves. You know what I'm saying? But like, when we're not in a dire situation, like, we should be approaching relationships, and we need to approach connections. We need to approach that in a way to where I want to give value to you, where I'm not going to build this relationship because I'm only thinking about what I can gain. No, I want to build this relationship with the mindset of, what can I do for you? How can I help you? How can I serve you? And you will find that if you have that approach, and even when it comes to speaking to people at the top, when you have the approach that I want to serve you, that I want to bring life into your life, you will see how your connections, like, you will really be able to connect with people that's on a higher level than you. And it's one thing that I do want to say with that as well. You don't have to be fearful that you're not them. Like the knowledge that they have, you don't have to be fearful that you don't have the knowledge that match up to them, because it's something else that I've learned about about having conversations with high level people is that high level people are high level, but not in every area of their life. Right. And so, what I will also tell you, like when it comes to you connecting with high level individuals, think about what you bring to the table. And that will also help you to build confidence. Like that is going to help you build confidence on the inside of yourself when you think about it. Like, man, I do have value. I may not know about this. I may not know about that. I may not know about that. But this one thing I do know, and whatever that thing is, think about that and think about how you can use that thing to add value into someone's life that you want to connect with, especially high level people. That's one of the things that I've learned, because even right now, I was in a meeting and I was talking to a great friend of mine, one of my mentors, and when I was talking to him, one of the things that he said that really amazed me was he said, "Man, Josh, you bring value to my life." And that's something that I always try to do. I always try to bring value into other people's life. But he said, most of the times the people that he talked to and that he's connected with, it's a one-way street. Like he's always pouring into people, like he's bringing value into people, and most relationships that he have, like people don't bring him value, but he told me that I bring him value. And when I thought about that, like I know I bring him value, but when he said that, it just really clicked in my mind, and it was like, man, I'm grateful that I build relationships not only thinking about myself, but thinking about the other person, thinking about how I can add value to their life. And if you have that mindset with building new relationships, I can promise you that those relationships will grow, that those relationships will get strong, because one of the things about people is they only can give out of what they have. And truthfully, when you find yourself in a relationship that doesn't serve you, right? And it's not all about that sometimes, but those relationships are limited. Those relationships are limited. I'm just going to be honest with you. When someone comes to the point where it's like, man, I'm always helping this person out. I'm always speaking into them, speaking into them, speaking into them, speaking into them, speaking into them. It's going to be a limit, because it's going to be a certain point in life where that individual has the mindset like, okay, I'm in another season of my life and I want to go. I want to grow. I want to go to another level. And so when it comes time to, okay, well, what do I need to cut out to go to another level? If you're not a person that's adding value to their life, you might get cut off. And it's not even in a negative way. You have to really think about that as you build these connections. And one of the things that I know that happens is, like, your brain will try to talk you out of it. Like when it comes to building new relationships and meeting new people, like your mindset is going to try to talk you out of this. But I want you to remember this thing: staying silent guarantees that you stay stuck. Speaking up opens up your future. Like your voice could be the key that changes your life. So I want to encourage you guys to open up your mouth, speak up, and watch what doors open for you. All right. I want you to really, like, with everything that I spoke about, I want you to think about these things. I want you to think about how can you implement these tools? How can you implement this in your own life when it comes to you moving forward? When it comes to you going to the next level in your life, when it comes to you achieving the life of your dreams and doing the things that you desire, I want you to ask yourself, how can, with these three things that I spoke about, how can you use your mouth to open up doors for you? Okay. And so I want you to really take the next step today and take action. Don't just listen to what I said. Don't just listen and be like, man, that was some really good, insightful tips. But what I want you to do, I want you to take action, and I want you to be bold. So until next time, you guys, look, I will see you guys on the next live. And until next time, I really desire for you to share this with someone who needs to hear this, right? For someone that you know, like, hey, I know that this is going to help this individual. Like they've been battling and they've been dealing with some insecurities and not knowing like how to move forward and how to get unstuck. Send this video to someone who you know who needs it. And also go ahead and comment down below some of the things that was valuable to you, some of the things that you got that was really, really good. Go ahead and comment it down below. And I look forward to seeing you guys on the next live. Peace out.